Today, in American Truck Simulator, we're still in Oregon since our last delivery, but a call's come in and it's time to get back to Missouri. So we'll be driving 1,600 miles back to Joplin, Missouri. As usual, anything can happen on the road, and often does, so today, we're back in our new Freightliner FLD. Well guys, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. We are back in our Freightliner FLD, which was new last time you saw it, and made a couple improvements to it. Just added some stuff. Remember last time I said it was pretty plain Jane, it was brand new, it hadn't put many options. Well, you can see we got put a custom bumper on it, some lights, and I livened up the paint job, as last time it was, well, I noticed when I made the thumbnail that the truck was really dark. I had to brighten it up for the thumbnail. So I went to the, just got back from the paint shop, went there, and I just dialed in. It's got the same color. I just dialed in some more saturation. Anyway. So the truck is looking better than ever. And today we've got the longest delivery that we've ever done in one of these videos. Well, see, we were in Missouri, and I'd like to finish the Missouri event. Still haven't. Yeah, just taking a while. And, well, we got transported out to Washington, long story short, and working our way back to Missouri. Well, anyway, we're here in Burns, Oregon, and I was like, you know what? Let's just get back to Missouri in one fell swoop. Let's just get back there. So, we got a delivery from Burns, Oregon to Joplin, Missouri, and it's 1,600 miles, and we're going to knock that out right here today. So, thanks for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah, if there's a good response to this, maybe we could do more journeys like this in the future. Toggle some of my options here. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how long it'll take. I don't know. Usually in these trips that we do here on the channel, we only go like 300 or so miles at a time, and I do that to keep the videos kind of bite-sized length or whatever, you know, by American Truck Simulator standards, you know, which is, you know, like an hour-long video is, I feel like, kind of long, but it's really nothing in the scope of truck driving. So today we're going 1,600 and some miles to Joplin, Missouri, so I hope you guys enjoy the trip. I'll try to make it as interesting as I can. But I do also hope to get there in one piece, so we don't want to make it too interesting. Anyway, we're going to pick up our delivery, our goods right now. I just, I made sure that we're fully rested, and also went and, yeah, like I said, I repainted the truck. Got it a snazzier blue. I liked the color, it was just a bit, yeah, it was a bit muddy. So, just driving back through Burns to get our trailer here. I didn't see exactly what it was. There were some interesting loads. There was one really interesting load, which I was this close to taking. It was also all the way to Missouri, and it was a huge, like quad track. It was a huge tractor, which would have been an articulated trailer and multiple axles and all that. I thought that would have been a fun delivery, but it only had it was an external, you know, World of Trucks contract like this one is, but it only had an hour and 20 minutes left on it. And I was like, I don't think I could physically even make it there in that time. So we couldn't take that one. So we're picking up this trailer here. You know, I just kind of, off the top of my head, forget what's on this load. Find out here. Oh, come on, cars. Jeez, what's up with this traffic? Alright, let's see. So our trailer is in here somewhere. It's construction. Truck looks nice today. Yeah, the color really did a lot for it. The truck is a mod truck, like, oh, there's our thing. Yeah, these are buckets, are they? Yeah, they're like excavator buckets. It's a mod truck, like all the trucks I drive. It's a Jon Ruda truck. There's a link in the description below. It's a Freightliner. Alright. I like this truck a lot, this particular model of this truck. I love how it's a little newer. It's a little newer than some of the ones I drive. It's got the sleek, you know, no air filters on the side, sleek body plastics. Alright, so let's hope we can get this hooked up easily. So far, this truck has been really good at connecting quickly, unlike our Kenworth. Oh, look, that was buttery smooth. That was, yeah, I have the, yes, I have the simulation hitching on. Sometimes it can be a bear. It definitely was in the W900, but this truck's got it good. So we just need to get back out of here. Well, we'll have to go forward. We can't back up. So let's, carefully. Excavator buckets. This is not a load I've ever delivered. So, down there, according to our bar, we have 1,600 miles. And, yeah, this should be an adventurous delivery. I hope it will be. We'll make sure that it's a... Whoa, 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 whoa. That was, I guess I wasn't expecting there to be a big bump like that there. I was more focused on getting around these turns. Back out of the construction site. What a beautiful truck. Alright, so we are going... Alright, we're going right, and let's see. We're going through about 6 different states. Here, I'll pull up a map. Now, a lot of times we modify our route to stop by some scenic stuff, you know, and things like that. I think our delivery today is long enough that we can forego any of that because... here's our route. Yeah, so Burns, Oregon to Joplin, Missouri. We got... so much to get through here. Our first major stop is in, it looks like Utah. Well, not stop, but Salt Lake City. I'm not going to bother to memorize any of this, so we're just going to be following the GPS and going along for the ride, and what could possibly go wrong with that? Yeah, I mean, what could go wrong with that? Alright, well... I think one of the first freeways we're getting on is 84, if I saw that right. That's basically, seems to be on and off what we're taking down to Salt Lake City. Speed limit here is, I start off speeding 25 miles an hour. Well, so I did a short delivery before this. I did a short delivery the other day. There was supposed to be a video up. I'm trying to keep regular videos up of this because I enjoy the truck driving and everything like that. Of course, I want to keep it on the channel. Well, I did a delivery from, let's see, our last video we left off in whoops, a second here. It's getting a drink. Oh, it's at the traffic light. Oh, our last delivery we ended up in, I forget what it was, and I did a delivery from there to here, and it didn't end up making a video because it was a problematic delivery. It was a problematic delivery, and the video was just no good. Yeah, so, I mean, I always hope the videos are going to be good. It just wasn't good. It was a frustrating trip, you know. And it wasn't that long anyway, just to here. So, but today we're going all the way to Oregon, or sorry, to Missouri. I saw that I still haven't got the Cruising Missouri event done. And... I'm still messing around out here in the Northwest, and it's like, man, I need to get back there. We could just fast travel there, but where's the fun in that? What's our speed limit? 50? How about we actually use our cruise control? Now we're actually kind of moving. Way station half a mile, never mind. It's probably going to stop us, isn't it? Right when we get moving. Yep. It's alright. Where's the way station? It's an easy one. I love these kind of roads, these little 2-lane roads. Alright, weigh us 65,000 pounds. So, this is only this truck's... So, you know, the last delivery, it didn't make a, Whoa, 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 whoa. What is up with this guy? Come on, man. Oh, crud. Well, we've got to go. Truck took a minute to stop. Oh, come on. What the heck is going on here? Yeah, we're going to have to go. Jeez. Well, I kind of poked my nose out there, and I guess I need to scoot my chair forward or something. My foot wasn't hitting the brake right, and I rolled out. That's what happened. I rolled out into the intersection on the brake. It's okay. There was, luckily for us, no one coming. But yeah, I like these roads. I wish we could, if we could go the whole way there on these roads, it'd be cool. I mean, so long as there wasn't traffic in our way. because that's always the thing. There ends up we end up getting stuck behind someone that we can't pass. But until that happens, these are beautiful roads to drive on. Love the roadside sights. So I suppose we can turn off our info bar at the bottom. We don't need it. We know we've got over 1,600 miles to go. Let me reset my trip. Did that reset? One second. Let me have a look at that. Yeah. So I don't know exactly how many miles we got, but you know, roughly 1,600. So, and that info bar, that annoying info bar, it'll kick up from time to time. And when we stop to refuel or other stuff, it'll find a way to pop up and be annoying. But we know that we got basically 1,600 miles. We're going to worry about stopping or anything. And yeah, so we already caught up to the traffic. Already caught up to the traffic. But they're actually going pretty decently fast. I'm not sure I want to go much faster. How's our load? Oh, I can't. That's right. These mirrors. I don't know if it's just this truck or what, but I can't see my trailer. If you were here, actually, no, that was the last video. Again, that video didn't get uploaded. I did mess with the mirrors some. See, I like to kind of see like part of my truck as like a reference in the mirror, you know? I think a lot of people are like that. Something about these mirrors, I couldn't quite get that to work. Like when I did, it was too much. I don't know, but point is, yeah, I can't really see my load back there. I could try to adjust them again, but we got a lot of miles to drive here. A lot of miles to drive. I'm just taking a drink here. If I swerve every once in a while, it's because I'm taking a drink. And now I gotta put that down and we gotta slow down. Darn it. Darn it. Little town here. I love these small little towns. Slow down there, buddy. And right when we get slowed down, yeah, it's alright, it's alright. Back up to 60. I like these small little towns though. It's a charming touch of America. Very charming. Whoa. Hold up, what's this? Well, as we get down towards Utah, we'll see a lot more scenery like this, that's for sure. You know what just occurred to me, which has literally never occurred to me until just now. See, I'm just thinking how I'm admiring the scenery, the you know, Western America mountain scenery here. Wait one second, what time is it? I have no idea what time it was. Okay, I guess it's just cloudy out. Okay, I'm gonna say, well, let's hit our lights on anyway. Anyway, wait, those are just my running lights, aren't they? There we go. So I'm just admiring the American scenery here, and you know, this is all familiar territory to me. I live out west. I know these areas. I have never played Euro Truck Simulator. Never played ATS 2. Is it in? Well, I could ask you guys if it's good, or I could just look and find out myself. It never even occurred to me. It never occurred to me. I think I could use some of the trucks that I have. I love my mod trucks. I think some of them are available for ETS 2 as well. I mean, if I were to like get that game, then I'd probably have the same trucks technically, or some of them anyway, not all of them. But anyway, I guess I never considered it because I have no interest in Europe really, but I bet it would be some interesting scenery though is the thing. It'd be something different I've never seen. You know, it's just a thought. It's a thought. Oh, darn it, right when I set my cruise control again. That's okay. Backcountry America. Slow back down. Small little town here. Hey, look at that. We've gone like 70 miles. Something like that. Yeah, thereabouts. Get some cool cinematic shots of the truck. Practice my third-person driving. Okay, enough of that. We don't want to hit something. It's a beautiful truck, though. This really is. This is part of a mod truck. It's a Jon Ruda truck. It's called the Classic XL, and it's an old school Freightliner FLD. Well, but recently, I guess recently-ish, he added this truck to it. So it's a mod truck, but it has two different trucks. The older one, the old classic one, and then this was like a newer one. I don't know what year. This looks like a 1990s or something. It's the same exact truck, just a different body, and I like this sleeker plastic side skirts and the lack of air filters on the side of the hood, which I like the old school trucks, but this one has kind of still has the old school feel, but yeah, a little more sleek. And I like the cab too. I like the kind of cab that it has. Oh, we got like a well, I don't want to sit here and turn around while I'm driving, but we kind of, yeah, I don't want to turn around while we're driving here. But it's got like the truck cab, and then the sleeper is like, maybe we can see it from outside better, or decently. It's separate. It's, yeah, they're together, but they're separate. I'll show you what I mean when we stop up here. We're gonna turn in left. Yeah, I kind of stood on the brakes there. I wanted to make sure. Well, I didn't stop fast enough last time. So it kind of like, kind of got this little cozy doorway into the sleeper back there. Like, feels, yeah, it's just cool. Well, it's pretty empty in here. We need to decorate in here. Super. Well, the truck's still brand new. I mean, yeah, you know, this is only, truck's really new. We haven't given it time to acquire clutter yet within the truck. I got so much to do today, and I decided to do a 1,600-mile delivery. But, yeah. Good fun and all that. Yeah, I don't know why I decided to do that. I just want to see. I like to watch the truck turn. Yeah, I like to watch the truck turn. Yeah, there's other things I wanted to do. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I guess because I'm having fun at doing this. I'm glad I decided to do the 1,600-mile delivery. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. I'm gonna get some farming done today too, though. Hopefully we'll have another video on that coming up here, like maybe even today. As soon as I'm done here, we're gonna get back to the farm, because that's mostly what we do on the channel, of course, you know. All right, we are turning here. And then taking a left. Yeah, left, right up here somewhere. The route is too long for me to even remotely have memorized, so I'm really just relying on the GPS here. Yeah. I'm guessing we're going down to the freeway. It's my guess. Yeah, we're going down this to... Well, see, when we made a couple turns ago, when we turned right, it said 84 straight ahead, and I was thinking, man, I thought we were going to 84. But now it's, I don't know, it's bringing us this weird way. Yeah, this is like back in the day. You know, we're going to check the map here. This is like back in the day before we had like the Google Maps that we have nowadays. I mean, like back in the early like 2000s, right, or whatever, right, when you had like MapQuest. And it'd send you on the weird stuff because the internet sucked back then, you know? I feel like I'm on one of those routes. See, we're going to 84. Yeah, see, like right here, had we just gone straight, it would have gone to 84. So we're just taking this way. It's a little more direct. It goes there, but yeah. Anyway, I was just wondering. I was like, what is up with this? Well, more direct route that we wouldn't otherwise take, probably. How's our fuel? Oh, yeah, our fuel's good. Everything's good. I always check that. Well, yeah, I mean, it's always a good idea to check that. Particularly of the heavier load, which this load isn't that heavy, but so what town is this? All I read is Ontario. Is it? I didn't see what it was in the map. It looks like it says Ontario on the GPS. Probably should sound less like an idiot and look at it. No, I think it does say Ontario, actually. Yeah, I think it does, actually. Okay. Ontario, Oregon. Oh, it's a cool little town. Looks a lot like towns out where I live. Big wide roads, flat, open. Signs for... Are we getting close to Idaho, then? I saw a sign for Boise. Well, we're going toward Boise, anyway. Alright, and finally, getting on the freeway. Finally getting on the freeway. We can open her up now. Alright. We're on the freeway, guys. We're on the freeway, only 100 miles after we left. Welcome to Idaho. Alright, that is... We're passing through 6 or 7 states. I mean, if you count Oregon and Missouri, we're going to be in 6 or 7 states over the course of this journey. So here's number 2, Idaho, and that's if I don't think we dip into Colorado. I think we get really close to Colorado, but I don't think we dip into Colorado near the end. I'm not sure. What is it about opening that window? I legitimately feel like I can almost... I think it's something to do with the sound. The sound is so spot on that when I roll down the window, I could feel that... I can almost feel the air hitting me. That, and I think I got the outside wind noise tuned just right. I don't know how it sounds for you guys, but I've got just right in the headphones, and I swear I could just feel the air on me when I roll that window down. Sometimes it's too loud and I roll it back up, but for now I'll enjoy the air here. So what do we got up here? We got some airport signs, and looks like we're just going straight. Oh, this is beautiful. And well, the road's going to get really good because I know where we're going. We're going southeast down towards Salt Lake City. Really good, big, wide freeways down this way. Well, I mean, we just came out of the mountains. It's been really curvy and just ridiculous where we came from. Hilly and curvy, nightmarish mountain roads, which, yeah, our business, the home base for our trucking company is in Washington because I like the challenge of the curvy mountain roads. But at the same time, it's nice to be out here again. Out where the, yeah, like here, and I can't remember the freeway that goes through Salt Lake City. Is it 15? Is that right? It might be. I don't know, but it's like 3 lanes wide also. But I mean, I don't think we'll be on that one. That's obviously north-south. Goes down to Vegas. But I should really... Hang on a second. I was just kind of relaxing. Kicking it here. And I was like, you know, let's definitely keep my feet on the pedals because you never know, like... right? Yeah, you never know. But it's a nice day. I wonder what that thing is up there. Well, we're just probably east-ish, or just still kind of going through Boise. Let's see, yeah, the big red and white Watchadoogie. I don't know. See how the truck looks going down the road here. Whoa, yeah, that's... Sometimes I can do it really well. Other times, not so much. Yeah, best to really just manage our truck the proper way. Oh, I'm not... Speed limit went... That truck flew by me. I just noticed the speed limit went up, and I didn't notice. It was a 60, and I figured, oh, this must just be a 60-mile-an-hour state. But then again, we did change from Oregon to Idaho, so that's probably, yeah, my bad for missing that. Whoa. Darn it. Hang on a second. Okay, just minor things. Minor things. I bumped into something over here, and I didn't see why, so my truck kind of started drifting left-hand lane, right? Well, but I don't want to just yank it back. It's like, yeah, I was very well, it happens sometimes, like, I'm very well aware that I kind of merged into the other lane a little bit, but I don't want to just yank it back, you see. I was like, oh, let's get back over there. I don't feel like flipping the truck today. That's not on my dance card. And is this guy going slow? Hard to say. Yeah, we're definitely getting toward Utah. All the green goes away. Just trying to read that sign, but I can never read those signs. I think it's my monitor refresh rate. I'm not sure. That's my guess. Definitely not as scenic out here as it was in Oregon. I see that. So, like, that's kind of why I like the two-lane roads. These are luxurious, easy to travel, but you don't have all the roadside sites and small towns and the traffic whizzing 3 feet. Yeah, 3 feet on the other side of the truck going the other way. You know, we don't have all the things flying by. We just have the big open sky and the road. I like, sometimes I like more scenic stuff a little better. Well, we've already gone a couple hundred miles. Let's see, what time is it? 1:15. Figure going this distance, we got a good trailer for going this distance. You know, I looked at a couple things. I was going to take a heavy load. I was mostly looking at heavy loads, which we haven't done with this truck yet, but they pay well. They're always interesting, but we're going 1,600 miles. It's good we just have a regular... Here, I'm going to roll the window up. It's good we just have a regular trailer. If we miss a turn, have to turn around, have to back up, whatever, we just got a regular trailer. We'll do some heavy loads here at some point. I like to every once in a while. So where are we at exactly? Well, we could, here, let's do this real quick. Let's pull up the map. I want to get an idea where we're at. I like to have context for where we're at. We are headed southeast towards Salt Lake City. Yeah, that was 15 is what I was thinking of, and I guess we will get on it for a moment-ish. But we're staying on 84 to 80. To 80. So it's pretty much gonna, yeah, once we get out of Salt Lake City, pretty much, it's going to be 80 all the way to Nebraska. Anyway, so southeast to Utah, or sorry, to, yeah, Salt Lake City, and then pretty much 80 all the way through Nebraska. 80's okay. Milk, deliciously natural. You know, I saw a dance for Pedro. Okay, that's a new sign I've seen. I saw like a documentary thing, I guess you could say. Like, I watch documentaries pretty often, just about interesting things. And I saw one recently on YouTube. It wasn't really a documentary per se, but for all intents and purposes, it kind of was. And it was about milk and the whole milk industry in America. And it's so crazy how you look into anything, like it's really even, and maybe even especially on food, and it's crazy like how much like conspiracy and like shadow government stuff there is. And yes, I mean milk. It is crazy like how much government conspiracy there is between like every food, and that includes the government pushing the sale of milk and controlling our economy with it. It's just insane. Anyway, I was watching a documentary on that on one of these deep dive channels, you know, like a week ago or something. Always interesting stuff that you can learn. Oh, didn't mean to. Oh, see, whenever well, wait, are we getting off here? Yeah. We be. Well, I kind of gotta scoot back in my chair to take a drink, and so it's I kind of, yeah. When I scoot back, sometimes it All right, let's hit our cruise control back on. We're good. We are mostly good. It's got a way station here. Let's see where we're going up here. I didn't miss it, did I? Where's it at? Hold up. Okay, no, I didn't. Ooh. Well, you know, all these places are different, right? I mean, it's just this is driving through America, right? Especially if you've traveled much in America, then you know every state is different, has different standards and different kinds of points. And I was like, wait, was the way station over there, or is it over here? Yeah, it's over here. I mean, this is usually how it is. Usually that would be a rest area over there, but we're in a different state, you know? You go to a different state and they have different road systems, different everything. I guess it's, you know, probably be, I don't know, I never traveled through Europe, but it could be somewhat similar to that. I mean, I don't know if our states are that different, but all of our states have different standards for everything on the road. Assume we're good. Anyway. Back on the freeway. But see, I was thinking about the milk thing. See, I grew up in the 80s, and I always heard about government cheese. I never really knew, like, anything about it, but, like, because of whatever reasons, the U.S. built up such a stockade, like, such a stock of, like, milk, like, so much, like, ridiculous amounts of milk, because, like, all this stuff that happened, I actually kind of forget a lot of it now, so it's probably been a couple of weeks since I saw this, but we turned it into cheese, right, to keep, just to like store, because we had so much milk we couldn't possibly use it all, and it was all to do with like various things. But back in the 80s when I was growing up, I didn't know this, But the government, we had just like all of these underground like mines, like literally just mines filled with like billions of tons of cheese. It was basically like almost like a reserve currency, like to some extent. And like I grew up in the 1980s hearing about government cheese. I didn't know what it was, but now I know what it is. Now I know what it is. And I think from, if I recall correctly, I think like we're mostly like good on that now, but there was this time when we had this excess of like just literally like millions of tons of cheese that was left over from. Anyway, I guess the point is you can learn some really interesting stuff watching those deep dive documentaries on YouTube, some of these channels. I'm sure one of y'all may know something what I'm talking about. I don't really know like fully. Usually when I'm watching something like that, I'm usually watching on the other screen while I, well, honestly, do something like this, you know. A lot of times when I'm truck driving, I'll be watching, to be fair, this truck actually has a customization option. I could put a monitor over there. So it'd be like my, yeah, it'd be like here, watch TV while I drive, which I guess a lot of people do that anyway. So we're in 84, so, and there's the Utah border. So we're going to clip into Salt Lake City here, and then we'll be on 80 for a while. Salt Lake City, 124, is that what they said? I think so. Let's see. Well, we're making good time. I just looked over at my, thing. It says I've only been recording 37 minutes, but we've gone 350 miles. That's just since I reset the trip. Seems good to me, because usually when we do these deliveries here, you know, I go about 350-ish miles, usually about this distance, and the video is usually, well, we pick up the trailer, we deliver it, we park the trailer, it's usually close to an hour. I don't really cut anything out of these. But here we are, we made good time, because I've only been recording 38 minutes. This is a good truck, but I mean, well, I guess it is. The trucks I have, they're all different, and this one, but I say they're all good, but I mean, I guess they are, but this one's been really, just really smooth. Well, but then so is the Kenworth. But this one's got, even though, yeah, I like this one's dashboard better. I did improve the Kenworth's by using an old school dashboard on it, but I still, I do like this truck better. We still have that used Kenworth. In fact, I haven't even assigned a driver to it. I guess I could do that. I could assign a driver to it. I haven't done that. Now, I want to pay attention to the roads here, because we're going to be coming up to... Holy crap. Jeez, I was not watching that. Okay. Okay. We're all good here. We're all good here. I had a split second. I didn't have time to check my mirror. I checked my hood mirror. I didn't see anything over there. Oof. All right. We're all good here. Don't know what I was going to say. Salt Lake 62. Well, I guess I was going to pull up this and see if my guy is tired. I doubt he's tired, but... Oh. Actually, yeah, that says I'm a little bit tired. Well, I've only driven like less than 400 miles. Alright, so we should look for a place to rest. But we'll push it a bit. Let's get out of Salt Lake City. I don't mind pushing it a bit. We'll get on 80 properly. That is how I drive. I said that probably last time on another way station. Well, hold up. Port of entry. That is how I drive. Usually, you know, I don't like to stop in big cities. I usually wait till I get out on the way to somewhere else. But there might be a rest spot here. Of course, the question is, can I hit it and weigh in also? Yes, actually. Well, yeah, then there's no reason not to rest here, because we literally have to drive directly right by it. Oh, I never did upgrade my wheels. That's right. I was going to put chrome wheels in this truck. I never did do that. I thought it'd be spiffier with chrome wheels instead of the aluminum. All right, so as long as we're literally right here, it would be a pointless waste to not rest here. So just pull in right here. Go away, stupid screen. See, I hate that thing popping up. I hate it popping up. You know, not enough room to get my truck straight, but straight-ish. Straight-ish. Alright, so we're going to rest here. You get a dome light or something back here. A TV to watch, something to do back there. Alright, so it is 4:24 a.m., so that's cool. Good to see the sun come up. That's cool. Okay, our lights were on. Yeah, our lights were on, of course. Alright. Let's get out of here. Let's get on the road. Let's get a drink of my coffee. Yep, 4:30 a.m. coffee. And, let's get back on the road. And as I turn my wheel the wrong way. Yeah. Anyway. I didn't hit anything. I don't know what I was doing though. Sometimes you ever like back up and your brain just suddenly left and right switch in your head? Well, it happens to me sometimes. This is what happened. I was backing up and my brain swapped polarity. And then, so then once I steer the wrong way and then I do it, then it caused me to do it more. Is this car gonna let me... Wait, are we getting off here actually? Actually, we are. Okay. How about that? Alright, so we are well rested. It is 4:35 a.m. according to my clock. Did that clock? Believe it or not, it's like 5 minutes off. If you were here, I believe it was the first video, the first time I drove this truck, the first thing I did was check the clock. I've never seen a clock... I mean, what I mean is the clock is 5 minutes off. You realize that this is a video game, right? It's not a real clock. I've never seen a clock in a video game be 5 minutes off, because if it's that way, that means it was programmed that way. So I guess, is it just like a programmed in quirk of the truck? I mean, I guess, I don't know, but if I were to pull this bar up here, I'll make sure that we're going straight. Yeah, we are. If I were to pull this bar up here, you would see that it says it's 4:48 a.m. and our clock says 4:55 a.m. So it's, yeah, it's like, 4:51, 4:56. It's exactly 5 minutes off. Sorry, by the time I'm trying to drive, and by the time I look up at our clock and then down at the bar and then back up again, things are changing. But yes, anyway, in other words, it's 5 minutes off. Kind of a fun quirk of this truck. So what's our sign here say? 35 miles to 80, is that what, I think that's what it said. Sun's coming up, we're headed right into the sunrise. A beautiful day. We've got about 430 miles under our belt. So in other words, we're like 25% of the way there. Okay, it's gonna be a long trip. I mean, yeah, this is by several times over the longest we've done in one of these videos. Don't know what on earth inspired me to do this today. It sounded like fun. It sounded like a good idea. And it does, I have 5 towns left in Missouri that I have to deliver to. And as it happens, where we're going, Joplin, Missouri, is one of them. So it's kind of like killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. Let's get past this RV. Yeah, it should be pretty going right into the sunrise. Hopefully pretty and not blinding. And we get off up here or something. Well, this is the junction with 80. So we're just looking for 80 east. So let's follow the signs for that. See, that's like knowing where I'm. That's why I like knowing where I'm going. So I'm not. I prefer that to following the GPS, because that way I can follow the signs in game. Okay, so we're. Whoa! How did I not see him? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, but see this delivery here. This delivery is too long to like memorize it all. So I figured, well, you know, we're just going by the GPS. Okay, I had to really focus on that. I don't like pitching this thing through turns going that fast. Right, but now we're on 80 and headed toward Wyoming. I think that sign said Cheyenne. Well, that would be the next. Wait, okay, so wait, if we're leaving Utah, we're going east. North of Colorado, that's going to be... Why am I so bad with my geography? I live out here. Well, I mixed up Wyoming and freaking Montana, I guess. Yeah, Wyoming. Yeah, Montana's up here. Okay. I live in Colorado. I've lived in Colorado for over 20 years. So this is like my home area. Yeah, but I don't whoever goes up here, no one goes up here. Just ask the 5 people who live there. Right, but we're going through Wyoming. And then Nebraska. Okay. That's okay. I'd like to check, you know, see where we're at, where we're going every once in a while. And we got us nothing. We're passing through this one. You know, one time I went, I forget when it was, but it would actually be here on the channel in my ATS videos. I mean, I've done this game here on the channel off and on for a while. I would like to do it more regularly, for sure. Well, anyway, if you look, I don't know when it would be, but it's definitely back a ways. I went like a 2-week period without having to ever pull into a weigh station. I forget exactly, but I was starting to think that like something was wrong. I was starting to think something was up, something was wrong. And when I say 2-week period, I mean like I played like every day, and I mean that entire like I don't mean 2 weeks in game. I mean 2 weeks. Like I never had to stop for one. It was weird. Because usually it seems to me like it's like a 50-50 thing. And I went, I don't know how long, how many. It seems like it's about 50-50, but more than that, it seems like you're more likely to at times, like say a port of entry when you first enter or exit a state or something like that. It seems like you're more likely to, I don't know, but I went 2 weeks. I don't know. It'd be in the videos. There would have been several videos in a row where I didn't stop and I remarked on it. Just the weirdness. Still got plenty of fuel. This truck holds a lot of fuel. I mean, well, see, this truck's still brand new to us. Like, this is literally only the 3rd delivery. You know, I did that delivery and then I did the video that I didn't post because it wasn't any good. You could say, oh, it's because you drove really bad and you wrecked or something like that. Well, maybe, maybe not. The point is, like, sometimes stuff's just not good. You know, as a YouTuber, I've made over 1,000 videos. I've uploaded over 1,000 videos. There's a lot of videos. What I'm saying is, you do this long enough, and there's some videos just aren't worth it. There's a lot of videos I've spent like a lot of time making, recording, and then it's just like, no, it's not worth it. It's no good. And so, trust me when I say it just wasn't good. It was sucky delivery. And like, because everything went wrong. You know, everything went wrong. Missed, you know, turns, stop signs, whatever, because I was distracted. I wasn't in a good mood. And I'm not going to upload a video where I'm not in a good mood because no one's going to want to watch that. And so anyway, so this is only the truck's 3rd time, you know, I'm driving it, and I forget where I was going with it. 3rd time that I'm driving the truck. And something. Oh yeah. It's got apparently elderly cavernous fuel tanks. I mean, I guess if I had to guess, 310 gallons. I think that's kind of like, I think 310 gallons. I think it's like on the big side for, you know, semi trucks is probably what we got. I must have fueled up at the end of last time. I must have fueled up on that last delivery. Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, that's true. I did. Yeah, the one I did not upload. Yeah, when we went to where we picked up from today, yeah, I did fuel up right before because we started off today with the fuel with a full tank, and that might have been the first fuel stop the truck's had because we've gone so far today 560 miles. And we still got, looks like 3/4 of a tank. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. Whoops, didn't mean to honk. If you look at the fuel gauge here, that's just shy of 3/4 of a tank. Yeah. Holy jeez. Whoa, how did I not see that? How did I not see that? What was that even about? Guys. Wow. Wow, we're lucky that, oh man, you know how bad that would have been? That would have been epically bad. What was that even? It wasn't construction, it wasn't... Well, you know, one thing I've noticed, one thing with ATS is the traffic system is done so well, they actually simulate bad drivers. Oh yeah, because I've had road rage incidents with cars like honking at me and all kinds of weird stuff and like following me. I don't know how long you've played this game, but things like that, I'm sure happen on purpose. Because you occasionally see that kind of stuff. Like, there was no reason this car should have been stopped. Just stuff to keep you on your toes, you know? Wow, jeez, man. Okay, so... that's the second time today. Something like that doesn't usually happen. That does not usually happen. Am I just zoned out? Did you guys see that coming? Because I'll tell you when I saw it coming. I saw it coming the minute I jerked the steering wheel. That's when I saw it coming. All right, we are going through... I don't know. Is this... well, they say Cheyenne, but... I don't know. I mean, we seem to be cooking pretty good, but... I don't see a city name on my GPS map. I saw a sign. I thought this said Cheyenne. I mean, I know that we're... did we enter Wyoming? I guess so. Sometimes I miss the signs. So much to see. I guess sometimes I miss the signs when I enter a new state. But we're cooking. I mean, we only got 1,000 miles left on the trip. Yeah, that's right. Because when I had the map open last, it said 1,100, and our trip right now says 610. So, okay, no, that was not Cheyenne. Cheyenne's 224. That sign said. Okay, I was gonna say I didn't think. I mean, we're cooking, but that seemed a little much. What time is it? I probably want my lights on. Let's just hit the lights on. I bet I'm gonna want them on. Actually, wait a second. It's not that late. It can't possibly be. Well, it is. Oh, my lights were on. This light position switch is hard to see. It's behind the steering wheel. Like right now you can't see it because my steering wheel's covering it. So it's hard to see the position that my lights are in. Now you can just now see it right there on the right side of the inside of my steering wheel, right on the right. You can just now see it, but I'm not gonna mess with it. But trust me, it's right there. It's below the fuel gauge is where it's at, and yeah, I can just barely see. I have to turn my steering wheel to the right to see it. So anyway, but my lights are on. Just making sure. I can't believe, is it really gonna get dark already? I mean, I guess if I'm reading, yeah, my clock says it's 8:20. When did that happen? I don't know. Time's flying by. It's been a good trip so far. And hey, yeah, you know, so far it's been a great trip and interesting things have happened, but luckily nothing bad. But sometimes bad things do happen. Yeah, I mean, you never know. Like, I'm sure I've not seen everything that this game can throw at me, but so far I say it's been a good trip. We're like 650 miles in, so we're nearing the Well, by the time we get to Cheyenne, Cheyenne will be like the halfway point, basically. Yeah, Cheyenne will be like the halfway point. But honestly, kind of more than the halfway point, because distance-wise it will be, but the first 100 miles of this, like, we weren't even on the freeway for like 100 miles. And it was all those curvy, switchbacky roads in Oregon and stuff. I mean, they weren't that bad, but they weren't like this, is what I mean. So I just had a thought. Yeah, of course it's not getting dark. Okay, so what I said a minute ago. Yeah, it seems weird I would mix up 9 a.m. and 9 p.m., obviously. Well, yeah, and that's why. Because, yeah, we just rested and we left. It was barely getting light. In fact, I don't need my lights on. I'll turn my lights off. It was, I guess the sky was cloudy or something, and I forgot completely what time it was. And I don't know. I've had a lot of stuff to pay attention to here. But I could see clearly it's light now. It wasn't that light. It was kind of grayish. And I looked over the clock, and it said 8 something. And, of course, it's 8 a.m. Yeah, so whatever I said, disregard that. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because now the sun's back out, and I'm like, oh yeah, we just rested, and we started out when we left from this stint of the trip. It was 4 something a.m. It was dark still. Well, we're making good time. And whoops. Back of my lane. So this is going to be a pretty, well, we're kind of taking, it's the same road all the way into whereversville, Nebraska, same road. I should really take different roads. Like, if you look at the map, like, I've been all across, you know, this area, but then you look at your map and you see that I've only driven on like 10% of the roads, because it always just takes you the same way. It just takes you, anytime, if you're going east or west through, you know, this part of the country, you're either going, you know, on 70 or 80. It doesn't direct you on the rest of the stuff. So sometimes, you know, it's a good idea to go into the GPS and modify your roads, so that modify your route, you know, so you're taking other roads. But, you know, I didn't do that today. We had such an unfathomably long trip ahead of us. It's like, yeah, let's just get going. I wonder what all that is up there on the left over there. I can't really see. I'm trying to drive. What is that, guys? I'm watching the road. It's some kind of refinery or something. I don't know. I gotta watch where I'm going. There's a turn up here. Oh, truck's just like coasting. Listen to that. It's buttery, quiet, and smooth. Okay, there's the motor. Yeah, it's kind of coasting. But it'd be crazy if we didn't have to stop for fuel at all. I mean, I think it would be possible, actually, but I think we definitely should, because that's not something, you don't want to tempt fate with that. But wouldn't it be crazy? I almost think we could. I mean, especially if you consider that we're largely going to be kind of cruising downhill. I mean, from here to Missouri, it's kind of all downhill, isn't it? So, like, I think potentially we could make it on the rest of this tank. Because we're over the Rockies at this point. Where are we at exactly? I'd like to get my point of reference here and there. Yeah, now look, I live in Colorado, and the Rockies are obviously, you know, right here. I think where we're at right here, we're kind of on the downhill the rest of the way, probably. Look at all these roads I've not driven on. But to be fair, I occasionally restart my game. This is a, yeah, I occasionally restart my game, either because I just want to, sometimes I just want to start over. Sometimes, I don't know, reasons like, I started, my original save in this game was from, I don't know how long ago, and I used to run a lot of mods. I don't run many mods anymore, and I feel like my save game just got all messed up by too many mods, so I restarted fresh, running like hardly any mods at all. This is probably my third or fourth save game, so I like, after my first one, I wanted to restart fresh and hardly use any mods, so that way I didn't risk ruining my game file as much. And then I've restarted off that once or twice. You know, every time I have the goal of starting fresh with fewer mods and a smoother, good run. The problem is, and I wish it wouldn't, but it resets my, now here's the thing, maybe someone else has brought this up. See, yeah, it resets all of my exploration and everything on the map, which, there's a lot to explore there. Like, what I mean is, this game, so I have my stuff linked to an online account, right? World of Trucks. In fact, right now we're technically in World of Trucks. This is a World of Trucks contract. It's an online account. I think, shouldn't my like progress, my exploration be like linked, you know, because, right, between my different profiles. So different profiles, same account. I mean, I would think that's how it works in other games, right? Anyway, yeah, it does kind of suck that I have to explore all that again. It's enough that I have to level up again and build my garage again, but when I start a new game, I have to explore all that again. I've never, and to be fair, I've never had that map maxed out or anything, not even close to it, but it looks really empty now. It looks like I haven't been anywhere. But sometimes I want to start a new game. I like starting over in games sometimes, you know, it's fun. Start over at level 1 again and work your way up. Especially in this game, I think it is fun. It's very fun. Your first delivery and you're getting your first truck, but then the reality smacks you that in the face with you have to explore everything all over again. You have to level up all over again. Like you can't even do half the mods you want to your truck until like level, you know, at least level 20 or something ish, depending on what you want. Yeah. We might have an accident or something up here. Well, I see a helicopter. Yeah. Hey, I'm being careful. Hey, I swear, you know, I've been careful the whole time. Those two things caught me off guard. Those two things came with zero warning. Yeah, I noticed that chopper in the distance, and I was like, there's probably something up here. You know? We want to be over there? Like, I think maybe we do. Or maybe that truck's going to be really slow. And maybe we do got some mountains to climb yet. Yeah, it would seem so. This truck pulls. Look at this. We are pulling up this hill. Yeah. Under the overpass. Really scenic here. This is beautiful. This is pretty country. At some point, I do need to get some good outside shots. I need some kind of cool outside shots for the intro. If you're watching this video, then you surely would have already seen it, but I don't know as I've recorded it yet. I need some kind of cool, I want something cool for the intro of the video. Assuming that truck in front of us stays at his speed. Yeah, it's hard to keep this thing steady a lot of times. Both hands on the wheel and like just locked on the screen, nice and steady. Nice and steady. My thumb is on the cancel button, so I can get back in the truck if I need to. Hoping we don't need to use that exit. That sign's gonna whack me in the face. I didn't want that, but I can't move my camera right now. I gotta get down here. That's gonna whack me too. Guys, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good. Oops. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that was pretty good. And hopefully I didn't have to get off any of those exits. Nah, here's Cheyenne up here. So that should be our halfway point. And yeah, it says 800. We're a little over the halfway point. So yeah. Yeah, it's both hands on the wheel. Now, so I got, obviously you got, the way I've got it set is I got my reset view position is on the steering wheel. It's on just my, it's right there. It's going to hit with my thumb. So that at any point, you can always cancel it and instantly get back to the cockpit, which you need to do sometimes. But see, the thing is, when you have a steering wheel, a lot of times it gets turned and you can't just intuitively know where the buttons are. So, yeah, hence why I had my thumb on it in case something bad happened and I had to snap my view back. Look at that up there. Oh, that's cool looking. Oh, that is cool looking. Yeah. Beautiful sights in this game. This game has beautiful, beautiful sights. Like, really, I mean, that's a large reason why you play this game. Beautiful sights. There's a few games I play where that's a large part of the reason I play it. Now here, well, it's part of the reason, but I like driving my truck. Clear. I like driving trucks. Nebraska. We're in Nebraska, guys. We are in Nebraska. Wow, we have gone through, let's see, we started in Oregon to Idaho to Utah to Wyoming. Now we're in Nebraska. Next stop, Missouri. Right? Yeah, I guess so. Wow. I can't say there's no game I played just for nothing but the scenery, because that'd be silly, but yeah, there's a few that I play where I love to admire the this is one of them. And the thing is, this is not just any scenery, this is America, you know. Yeah, I'm just trying to get taking a drink. All right. It's so it's so immersive that, like, I find myself doing actual habits that I have. Like when I drive down the road, I adopt those same habits here because it's so immersive. Like resting my hand on the steering wheel the exact same way. I drink a lot more. I don't think I take this many drinks when I play Farming Simulator. See, the difference is I'm completely in. If you guys play this game much, maybe you know, I don't know. But I find myself adopting, just without thinking about it, the same habits I have when I drive. Like just passively just taking sips of my drink while I drive down the road, you know, etc. I used to smoke. I quit smoking, I don't know, last year sometime last year I quit smoking. And yeah, because otherwise I would be smoking right now, which I forgot to even think about. Yeah, one of those things, I quit doing that last year, and sometimes I forget to even think about it. Yeah, well, anyway, it's probably good I don't think about it. It's bad for you, very bad for you. Well, this is a long, lonely road here. Well, we're getting close to half a tank of fuel. I guess it couldn't be the worst thing to check on that. You know, like, keep our eyes peeled for a gas station, right? We're out here in the middle of nowhere. This is where, what I'm saying is, this is where I like stopping for fuel, because I always wait till I'm in the middle of nowhere to stop for fuel and stuff like that, because there's less turns you could get wrong, right? You know, it's usually a simple exit, like right here, maybe. Like right here. Food exit, gas exit. Yeah, there's fuel here. Yeah, but is there truck fuel is the question. Well, we're about to find out. I actually don't see. I can't see if there is fuel for the truck or not. I also had some issues stopping there. It looks like there might be fuel this way. Yeah, I biffed that stop. That's all me. I wasn't on the brake hard enough, obviously. There might be fuel down here. Yeah, there is. There is. Okay. Good, good, good. Yeah, see, like, yeah, I don't know about y'all, but yeah, I've driven around the country a lot. I've driven around a lot, and like, if you have to, then we have your own habits, right? My habits are always, I get out of town, I feel comfortable in these kinds of spots. You know, like, it's really hard to get turned around out here in the middle of nowhere, right? It's really hard to get turned around because we just hopped off the freeway. We're to go up and get fuel. We can get back on the freeway. So I've developed this habit of, I don't like to stop in cities, you know, where you get fuel and then you have to go literally ask the attendant, oh, how do I get back on the freeway? Yeah. I've not gone on a road trip in a long time. I am long overdue for a road trip. What the heck is going on at this traffic light? That car started going, but then he didn't go. Oh no. There's a cop behind him, maybe that made him nervous. Alright, so we are turning, well, hopefully we can turn right here and get into this fuel station. Yarp. And, you know, we don't need it, but we're at half a tank. I figured it's something to do, and it's better than waiting until we really need it, you know. Man, this is a gorgeous truck. It is a really gorgeous truck. I like it. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's how much fuel do we have exactly? Dun, 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 dun. We have, yeah. Oops. That was so the wrong button. Okay, my lights are off. Alright, let's get some fuel. Sorry, I was dicking around with buttons there. Oh, you know what? It couldn't hurt to rest while we're here. Yeah, that would be the responsible thing to do. Yeah, now that I have the bar up, I can see my guy needs some rest. You know, I've gone back and forth. So we needed, we put in about 178 gallons. I've been back and forth on this as to which would be more realistic. Turning the sleep sim, like, because I have all of the simulation stuff on, as realistic as it can be. But I've gone back and forth as to what would be more realistic, the sleep thing that tells me when I'm tired, or turning it off. Because, you know, having that on, it gives you another thing you have to adjust for. You have to adjust for your character being tired and then having to sleep. But, or, you know, then I think, or would it be more realistic to have that off? And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I leave it on because it gives you the extra, what you call it? It gives you the extra variable? I don't know. It gives you the extra thing to account for of having to monitor that and then sleep. But as I like to run without that bar, that info bar on, I like to run more immersively. Whoa, what happened? Whoa, do you guys see that? Freaky happenings out here. I'm just turning around so that we can get in one of these spots and get poised to pull out of here easily. Just a pull through spot here. There we go. Grab some shut-eye here. And we are going to rest until... So, nighttime driving? I guess some nighttime driving is in order. We haven't driven during the night yet. Alright. Nighttime driving. So, we just got to... Oh, shift into gear. Alright, now we are good on fuel, good on rest. We got to get back to the freeway. Alright. Wait for this guy. Yeah, nighttime driving. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, is he turning? No, he's just... being too polite. Weird. I don't know. I don't think I was out in the intersection. Well, either way, he let us go. Man, this truck has easy-to-read gauges. They are bold AF. And so is the trip computer on this particular truck, too. The trip computer in the upper left there above the steering wheel. It's noticeably easier to read than it was on the Kenworth. Like, everything is bold. This truck is, like, really user-friendly. The dashboard is. I mean, that said, I mean, it's 100% realistic. I mean, it's like, these trucks are insanely detailed. It's like, shot for shot, exact model of the Freightliner FLD. So I'm just saying that this truck, the Freightliner FLD, must just have a really bold, easy-to-read dashboard, which I like. As far as I know, his trucks are that accurate. Because some of the touches and the options are so insanely particular that they could only be that way because the truck was actually that way. Some of the options in the truck, like in one of his trucks, Jon Ruda, one of the trucks that I use, one of his trucks, the Cascadia, it's like a 2006 Cascadia, and when you swap between the manual or automatic transmission, it either puts in or removes the gear shifter down there on the floor, of course, but when you shift to the automatic, it also, hang on a second, let me put my, when you swap it to the automatic, it not only takes away the shifter, it also puts in one of those, just randomly, not just one of these little incidental things down on the lower plastics down there. There's like one of those little stickers that says warning, this or that, this, you know, I don't know what you call those things. Because apparently in that exact year, that exact model, that exact warning sticker was there. I was like, wow, that's really like precise. But anyway, you know, realism is the name of the game, and the game that literally has simulator in the name, right? So, I mean, there's that. Is my engine brake on? Can't hurt to have it on. I can't see actually if it's on or not because my dashboard is dark. I don't have a dome light. I never did put a dome light in this truck. Yeah, I can't see those switches. Well, I'm going to assume they're on. Yeah, I literally can't see them. Whoops. Yeah, I should get a dome light in this truck. I don't know why I didn't. Well, the truck's still brand new. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we haven't put on this truck yet, to be fair. Now, so that stop definitely set us back a ways. Hang on. All right, get back in lane here. Okay. So, yeah, my engine brake is on for the record. Yeah, the truck's still new. There's still a lot of... Oh, yeah. We've been making an insanely good time. I think insanely good time, because right now I've only been recording for an hour and 20 minutes. I don't know how long this video is, but probably pretty close to that, because I hardly cut anything out except for red lights. So I've been recording for an hour and 20. We've gone close to 1,000 miles. That feels to me like pretty good. We're making good time. Now, I think we lost quite a bit of time back there because I stopped for fuel and to sleep, but that's, I figured that saves us time overall, because that's killing two birds with one stone. Think it'll be daylight when we get there? Well, yeah, without a doubt it will be, because we got 600-ish miles probably. It's 12:30 a.m. Yeah, it'll be light when we get there for sure. I don't mind, you know, doing part of the drive at night. I don't like to do deliveries all at night because I feel like it's not as good for the video if the screen's just dark. But this is a long delivery. Realistically, part of it should be at night, right? But we're not going to be starting it or finishing it at night, just this one stretch here. So, and speaking of the video, thank you guys for watching. If you're still watching, I appreciate it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Anything, suggestions, ideas, things like that are always welcome. And of course, if you like the video, definitely subscribe and hit the like button and the notification bell. And there's a thing about that, as long as we're driving here. See, I'm subscribed to like 70 or 80 channels on YouTube. And sometimes I forget. Every once in a while, I'll see a video and I'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot. I was subscribed to that channel. Damn, YouTube just stopped recommending that channel to me for no reason at all. That happens a lot to me. So if you click the notification bell, then maybe YouTube will, yeah, then you'll know when I post videos and you won't like be all disappointed because like maybe you'll think I stopped posting videos and like a month later you're like, oh yeah, see? Anyway. Yeah, it helps if you subscribe, stuff like that. And yeah, so thank you for watching. I'm kind of rambling. Well, rambling a little bit because lots of energy. I'm sitting here drinking. Well, I had a coffee earlier. Now I'm drinking a Monster. I'm all energized. It's not quite lunchtime. I mean, for me right now, I have my morning coffee, I have my morning Monster, and not quite lunchtime. And I'm jamming out here, driving, talking to you guys. And so I'm very energized. And I figured I'd have to be for a long trip, which, yeah, it's probably a good thing. It's a good thing I didn't get bored and have... See, that's one reason, like, that video I told you that I didn't upload, which was a couple days ago in this truck. I wasn't in the mood to talk and drive, and most of it was quiet. And the thing is, I don't know if that's good or bad, but I assume people want something entertaining. I wasn't in a good mood. Things were irritating me, and more than that, I wasn't really talking. And if I'm not... Yeah, I feel like we need something... I felt like there was no video content, anyway. But there is today, for sure. We've had some interesting things happen. And, but the truck is doing good, and we haven't done anything super stupid yet. But every time I say that now, I feel like I need to... Every time I remark that it's going good and nothing bad has happened, I feel like I gotta get my foot on the brake and put both hands on the wheel, because I feel like something's gonna go wrong, because you never know. So we're in, yeah, I'm trying to figure where we're at. We're in Nebraska somewhere, right? Yeah, we're deep in Nebraska now, for sure. Where we're going is like southwestern Missouri, like far southwestern Missouri, I think is where Joplin's at. Since we started this Missouri event, I've been back up to Washington twice now. Well, it's because I bought new trucks. Every time I buy a new truck, even if I put the trucks home in Missouri, my garage in Missouri, it takes us back up to Washington because that's where the truck company headquarters is. So this is the second time in this like month of Missouri events that I've had to drive back from Washington. I mean, I guess I don't mind. It's an inconvenient place, you know, having my trucking headquarters based in Washington. It's beautiful and it's scenic up there, but it's a little inconvenient because it's so far away from everything. And, well, I don't like to fast travel. Not a fan of fast traveling. Because, yeah, I just find it unimmersive. And it seems like, well, there's a lot of games I use fast travel in. I still don't like it, but sometimes it's just, yeah. But this game in particular is about driving. It seems really silly to ever fast travel. It's mostly, I see it as mostly a thing that's there, like, if you have to for some reason. Like, for instance, there's great times I would need to fast travel a truck. Like, sometimes when these trucks get updated, the upgrade options on them get changed, and every once in a while when these trucks get updated, I'll load in the game and my truck will have no fuel tanks because it needs to go to the shop and I just need to reset the options on it. And I don't know if you've ever tried this, or if you're, you know, but you can't drive a truck without fuel tanks. It's happened a couple times. Yeah, I loaded my trucks and it's like, oh, the parts are different, and it's like missing the hood or missing a fuel tank, and you can't drive it. And what I'm saying is, there's times when you have to fast travel, you know, or like, God forbid, you flip your truck, you know, on a delivery and you have to have your truck towed or whatever, you know. But aside from all the nightmare conditions, there's also sometimes just like, I don't know, you have to, an emergency, you have to go, or you just have to be somewhere, you know. But aside from that, the game is about driving long distances. So yeah, overall, I'd say it's, fast traveling is kind of silly when it's literally the point of the game. Like, literally the point of the game is to drive long distances. So we're driving back to Missouri. Whoa. Hang on, guys. I gotta check something. The reason I paused it is because I saw a sign that said Alma. Like I had just said something about Missouri, and I saw a sign that said Alma. And, well, you know, there's a map in Farming Simulator, Alma, Missouri, which is a real place. And I was like, wait, what? But no, of course, we're not in Missouri yet. I can't get over there. Okay. Sorry, it's making... I was the cop there on the side of the road, and then I was like, yeah, but I couldn't get over. So anyway, yeah, that distracted me. I was like, we're not in Missouri yet. But that, you know, that Farming Simulator map there is a place called that, so... I always think it's cool when I, you know, come across a place here, you know, that's also in Farming Simulator. Which I can't say I've seen any, because the maps in Farming Simulator that are real world maps, they're farming maps. So by definition, they're out in the country, so thus they're probably not in this game, you know, the actual town names. But you never know. Yeah, might find one that's here. It would be cool. So we're soon going to be getting on to 81 South. That's going to take us into Kansas. Kansas is the other state we're going through, of course. Been a while since I've been through Kansas. Well, for that matter, any of these states. Yeah, Nebraska, Wyoming. It's been a while since I've been through these states. It's at a bridge. I thought it was a huge building. I was like, why am I driving toward a huge building? And it's a bridge. What time is it? Is it going to get light anytime soon? Or it's 3 o'clock-ish, so a couple hours. It'll be light outside again. We have gone 1,150-ish miles. I wonder if this info panel, does it tell me my... Let's see. Just reading my trip computer here. Let me know if anything comes at us on the road. So... right there, that could have been helpful. That screen on the trip computer right there. It's estimating that we can make it, as of right now, with our current fuel mileage, 2,160 miles. See, I told you guys, this thing's a beast on fuel. I think, had we fueled up at the beginning, we could have done this whole delivery. And also it says we have, right there, 361 gallons of fuel. So while the fuel usage rate, the MPG, may change, that is an actual measurement of how much fuel we have. 360 gallons as of right now. So these tanks are bigger than... These tanks are big. These are like long haul truck size tanks. That said, I've seen bigger. There's way stupid bigger. But yeah, so we've got probably 400 gallon tanks. Okay, so yeah, but anyway, it's just from right here we can make it another 2,100 miles. I was looking at the computer to see if it tells us our remaining distance, which it may, probably not. No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, still found some useful data there. Saw a sign there for Lincoln, but I didn't see what the distance said. But that fuel mileage screen is really handy. Like, I don't know, there's been some times I've been so low on fuel and didn't know that screen was there, and it would have been really handy. Man, it's a smooth ride. When it gets all downhill like this, the truck just smooths out. Are we getting close to Kansas? Wait, no, we gotta go to 81 South first, don't we? Well, I saw a sign. I thought I saw a sign that said Salina. Got a garage in Salina. Yeah, we do. In fact, this game save that we're playing on, yeah, it does say Salina. Yeah, 81. That's our road. This game save that we're on, hang on a second. Make sure, I think we gotta stop up here. This game save we're on, the first original home garage, the first garage I bought in this game was in Salina. That's where I started. 144 miles it is. I always think of trucks when I think of Salina. It's why I started there. growing up as a kid, I drove back and forth between Indiana and Colorado a lot, and Salina, well, Kansas in general was kind of a halfway point. Salina in particular, and whoa, yeah, that's my bad. I ran that light, and it's my bad. 100% my bad. Well, the thing is, I saw the light, but there was no line to stop it, and my brain just spaced it and kept driving. Anyway, that happens. Salina has a particularly big truck stop at it. I'm sure it's not by any means the biggest, but in my eyes growing up, it was the biggest truck stop, and I'm sure it is big. It is. It's friggin' huge. It's one of the huge, like, mega truck stops. It is definitely legit a mega truck stop that's there that we always stop at. So I just remember that. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you have similar things, right? Going up as a kid, there's like something that you remember, and so you associate that place, right? So I always associate Salina with big trucks. Because I was a kid, I liked trucks. So I'm an adult, I still like trucks. And I associate that place with big truck stops. So this save game, that was actually, yeah, a fun story. That's the story of that. That's my first garage was there. There's so many garages you can buy. So usually when I buy them, when I do buy a new garage, I pick one in a particular place for a particular reason. Funny though, because the state I actually live in real life, I don't have any garages here. I don't think. Couldn't say why. It seems like that would be a logical place to get a garage. Well, but this game is relatively new. Level 26, which I don't know. It's kind of a long game. I mean, you could put like 1,000 hours into a save game or more. So I don't know. I'm level 26. I've got a few garages in a few states, but yeah, as it happens, I haven't got one in my actual home state yet. Look at that. The sky is starting to get a little bit lighter. Well, yeah, I'm gonna say we're going south. You can see the sun rising over there. Oh, that's really pretty over there. Oh, didn't see the sign. What is that guy doing? Is it speed limit? No, the speed limit's fine. That guy's just going really slow for no particular reason. Okay, we gotta watch this traffic here, guys. Yeah, see, that's just, see, and now he sped back up. See, that's, in a lot of games, that would be just bad AI. Like, okay, the traffic and farming simulator, that is a result of really bad AI. I mean, the traffic and farming simulator is about equivalent to slot cars on one of those old slot car tracks. I mean, it's ridiculous. In fact, that game should be embarrassed of itself for a lot of reasons. And I do intend on getting into that in another video. In a second. 50 miles an hour. I want to make sure I'm on our speed and everything. But that aside, this is not the time for ripping on that game. So I love that game, even for all its faults. But this game, what I'm saying is, when the traffic fails like that, it's not because it's bad. It's actually because it's so good. It's programmed to fail at the worst possible times, just like in real life. That's the way I see it. I've played this game not as much as it feels like I have, but a lot. About 500 hours. I swear, I mean, I played this game for years. You'd think by now I would have put thousands of hours into it, but no, 500, but that's still a decent amount. And, so yeah, the traffic here, it's so good, it's bad sometimes, which I like. I really dig that. Now, where is the, okay, I see it. It's on the left, or it's right here. All right, and we are weighing in at 65,000 pounds. Yeah, but like, I mean, just to touch on that just a little bit, yeah, like Farming Simulator, like in 25, they upgrade. I was hoping they'd do something with the traffic, and they did. Like, they made it so the cars will pass you, and I was like, oh great, this is a huge improvement. The cars pass you, but no, it actually causes it to be worse, because then now the cars have the option to drive in the other lane. Now they get stuck in the other lane, hitting each other head on and gridlocking the roads like half the time. And it's like, wow. I mean, like, I really don't mean to go off on a tangent on that. Yeah, I do have it in my mind to make a video. Like, as much as I love the game, I don't want to be like a complete cheerleader for it, because it's got a lot of things that need attention. Let's let's focus on this here though. So I put a thing up on the screen about a minute ago saying that I cut a bunch of dialogue out here. Yeah, I cut some voiceover out here. I was rambling about, I'll just come in and just tell you what I was talking about. I was rambling about FS25, and yeah, so I just deleted my voice out of there, but you didn't miss anything. I was just complaining about bugs, and FS25 is literally it. Anyway, back to the drive. So we are a little over 1,300 miles. We are, do we enter Kansas yet? We must have entered Kansas, and I just completely missed it with, you know, talking about something. See, when I get one of those tangents, it can be hard to, I gotta like be like, no, let's talk about something else. Especially when it's complaining about, I don't like complaining about stuff. I don't feel it's very positive. Surely we're in Kansas. I'm sure I must have missed it, and surely we're in Kansas. Or I just forgot, because we have got nothing but Kansas signs. In fact, let's see where we're at, just because we're at something. We're coming right up to Salina. Yeah, so our original garage, I think it's down here. Is this right? Yep, right there. Boom. That was this save game's first garage. Very cool, very cool. Anyway, so we're headed down to Wichita, and then we'll get on. When we get to Wichita, wow, we're like almost there, guys. Just the highway 400. Nice. Very cool. It's been a really fun trip. Not over yet. We still got a couple hundred miles, but yeah. And I see there's some stuff the truck needs. We need to get a dome light in the truck, and maybe some decoration in here, because I did notice looking around it is pretty bare in here. But again, you know, truck's brand new. It'll accumulate some stuff if we keep driving it, and I think so. I do like to swap up trucks. Got a good selection of trucks. I like to swap up here and there. There's a truck I have which I actually don't have in this save game, at least not one for me. I have a cool Peterbilt cab over truck. We don't currently have one in the garage. I'm sure we do, but another driver's driving it. I don't have one for us to drive, and it's a truck that I like. It's a truck that I have enjoyed thoroughly, along with this classic Freightliner, and then also there's a Peterbilt 367 cab over, which I really love driving. I don't currently have one for us to drive. That's a truck I'd like to buy and maybe drive some. I guess I do like changing the trucks every once in a while. I think the key is that you enjoy the truck you're driving while you're driving it, you know. And this is a good truck. Now let's see, we've only been recording for, well, we might make it under 2 hours. I think this is going to be under 2 hours. You see, when I saw a 1,600 mile delivery, I didn't know what to expect. I was honestly thinking it might be a 3 or 4 hour video. I was thinking it was going to be a 3+ hour video. We might make it under the 2 hour mark. And I didn't know how you guys would respond to a longer video. I don't know if the truck simulator videos are good at the length they are, or they should be longer. Like, I don't know. So I figured we'll test some new territory with this and see. Let's do a longer one. Let's do an actual delivery, because the truck videos that we've been doing, they're generally, the deliveries are like 300 some miles, generally like 350 miles makes a decent length video, I figured, but it's such a short delivery that it really doesn't feel like much. So today we're doing an honest gosh actual delivery, you know, like, yeah, I feel like 1,600 miles is a solid delivery. We get to see several states along the way. Of course, the game has gotten big enough that that's not even that, you know, that much distance really. Wow, that's beautiful over there. That whoops, I don't want to hit that car. Yeah, I was just trying to look at the sun coming up over there through the clouds. Gorgeous. But I got to pay attention to the road here as it happens. Okay, we got some roads. We're staying south to Wichita. Yeah. Yeah, we are. And are our lights on? I can't see that switch. And I can't turn my steering wheel to the right. Okay, our running lights are on. Okay. And what time is it? 7:15? Well then, okay, well it's fine. Let's watch the road. I'll try to decide what position my headlights are in. I need to be watching the road. We're looking for 400 east, I guess, at some point. I'm not sure where we're at in relation to Wichita, but we're about 200 miles out from our delivery. So, kind of like finish line time, right? I mean, 200 miles, it's like 12% of the trip left, basically. Yeah, the last 10% of the trip is up here. And yeah, this right up here is where we're getting off, I'm guessing, to, yeah, 400. We're looking for an eastbound lane, because apparently it might split off. Yeah, it does. See that right there? That's where you want to know the road you're going on and not relying on the GPS. Things like that where you got to exit and then be in the right lane. That GPS over there can be misleading sometimes. And that's why I like to know in my head where we're going. And sometimes it's fun, as I've done on the channel before, and I'd like to do this again, drive a truck that doesn't have a GPS. That's really fun. That is awesome fun. I only did it for a couple videos, and that one heavy hauler truck, that Peterbilt heavy hauler that I built, and that was really genuine fun. Driving a truck with no GPS, you really got to know where you're going. And then so then the thing is, like, what happens if you get utterly lost and stuck? Well, I guess you got the in-game map you can pull up, right? Yeah, so there's that. If you get utterly lost, there's that. I guess we're getting over here. But I've thought about getting a real world, and actually I started this project and never finished it, and that's making an actual atlas, a real world atlas. And of course they sell them. I mean, that's when I used to drive around the country, that's what I navigated with. But I don't have one right now. They cost money. So what I did was I started putting together, I don't remember, somewhere I've got it. Okay, I found on the internet a really awesome resource that has all those maps, all different, any map you could imagine in the US, you can download for free. So I started putting this together. I started putting together this project where I was making maps for ATS, and this may be something I still go through with. Making maps for ATS, they're actual maps. They're not based on the game, they're actual maps, but the game is the real world. I mean, it all lines up, so they'll work. They'll work just fine. Even down to the exit numbers. This game has compressed distances, but everything is, the roads and even the mile markers and the exits are one for one, as far as I know. So the whole idea is putting together a project of maps for the game that are built off the real world maps. Anyway, it's something I started doing on the computer, and I kind of, every once in a while, I forget I'm doing that project. So it's like, oh yeah, the point is, what I could do is just driving the truck without GPS, right? So there's that. But then having those maps as a resource, and I don't know in what way, like print them out, have them up on the other monitor, Like, I don't know, but it's just, it's cool, and I like this game, and there's that, right? So, we got to be getting close to our destination. Look at that. We're about 120 miles away-ish, 120-something miles away. We should check on that. Here, let's do check on that. Minding this car in front of us. Let me slow down a bit here so I don't rear end him. Wait, he might be turning or something. It's, you know what? Hang on. Well, I was just going to check our distance, but that car up there was acting suspicious. All right. This says 137 miles left. 136. 134. All right. 134 miles, guys. I reset our trip. So when our trip, it's just easier. When our trip reads 134, we're there. Yeah, I really don't like that info bar. The game gets so much more immersive. Check this out. When you turn it off, see with this up, oh, my bad. It's just that little bar of data, right? But when you turn it off, suddenly we're playing a game with literally zero HUD. Yet we have all the information we need. We have literally all the information we need, yet with zero HUD. It's a beautiful thing. Not many games allow you to do this. So I like running without that. And it is gorgeous out here, is it not? Missouri is gorgeous, or at least this place is here. It's a far sight prettier than friggin' Utah, right? With all its brown, you know, surface of Mars glory. Look at this. This place is gorgeous. Of course, yeah, you know, different places look different ways, but sure is pretty out here. Speed back up now. I was just slowed down because I didn't want to rear end that car. You know where else is pretty in this game? It's Texas, and I've been there in a while. You know, because Texas isn't really on the way to or from anything. Yeah, I should do a video series in Texas. Like, you know, like right now, I guess kind of even though we've been up in the Northwest a couple times, we're kind of doing a Missouri series here. As I'm knocking out events in Missouri and seeing the new states and stuff, and not been going through Texas much because Texas is not on the way to anywhere, you know, in America. But it might be fun to do a series of videos there. It's certainly big enough. The state of Texas is certainly big enough to do an entire series of videos. I think that would be cool, actually. I've not been there in a while. Okay, we got 100 miles left, guys. We're under 100 miles. And yeah, I think we might beat the 2-hour mark. And you know, yeah, the video length is probably about the same for me as you because I cut out red lights, but this entire trip, how many red lights have we even stopped at? I doubt there's even much to cut out, except like the very beginning where I was entering, you know, before I entered the video, and then maybe like 2 stoplights that I set quiet at, maybe. So there's not much to cut out here. But you know, for these videos though, you know, I still go through the entire thing. Yeah, because you got to make sure, like, I don't know. You still got to edit through the entire thing. So it's still sitting there, you know, for however long, right? The entire thing, and then still a lot of work. But it is what I mean. That is, I'm not going to sit here and complain about work that I literally make for myself. So. This car just randomly decided to go a little slower. I love that, though. I love the realism of the traffic. Yeah. This game has got it. And to be fair, and I thought about this recently, the graphics are getting pretty dated. They really are. Like, swapping from here to Farming Simulator, these graphics now are officially dated. That said, well, it's lacking the atmospheric, like, fog effects and stuff that FS25 brought to the table. However, it's possible, I haven't checked my graphics options in this game, maybe they're not as high, but this game also lacks a lot of the dynamic shadows and stuff. However, this game has, look, it's beautiful. Look, it is beautiful, I'm just saying, I'm starting to notice it's looking a bit dated in places. It could be, though, it could be my graphic settings, so that's neither here nor there. I love the game, it's super immersive, though. I mean, yeah. And so, I was right. This is a beautiful road. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous road. You know, when I saw it on the map, I said, oh, I bet that'll be a cool road. It is. Yeah, I saw there was a sign back there. It said, oh, crud. Well, we gotta turn there. What are the odds? What are the odds that we would have to turn there? We gotta flip around. Yeah. What are the odds that we would have to turn around there? I mean, that we would have to turn right at that particular intersection? Well, apparently the odds are pretty darn good. So, let's see. I don't think we can get there from here, but actually, it didn't look like it on the map, but maybe we can. Let's go slow, just in case there's some kind of invisible barrier here, which I doubt, but you never know with these, you never know. Ooh, what a gorgeous, gorgeous truck. What a gorgeous truck. Gotta appreciate the beauty of this truck. Oh, wow, that is gorgeous. Now, so when you pay $30 for a DLC truck, that's what you get. 4K glory. Yeah, so like, if you're wondering, I don't know about Jon Ruda trucks, why do I pay $30 for a truck? Because they're breathtaking. Sorry, I just had to like really, and I'm not going to say that anyone should. No, I'm just saying like, man, these things are gorgeous. So anyway, I think this is our road. I think we're able to, we missed a turn, but we're able to get back on the road here. Is that car? I'm not going to hit that car, am I? Come on, car. Never drive that close to a semi, dude. What are you doing? I know that I didn't make that turn the best, but anyway. Sometimes this truck is just, wow. I had to admire it there for a minute, even though I know we're on a schedule here. We're on a schedule. We've only got 44 miles to go, guys. 44 miles to go. I don't think we're going to be the 2-hour mark. It's going to be close. We still got to park the truck, though. We still got to park the truck. And, well, that could go a lot of ways, but that'll only take a second, like, you know, a minute tops, maybe. Depending on how my skills are today. It's just a regular trailer. Look at this beautiful countryside. Headed toward Joplin, Missouri. Let's see if I can hold it steady for... we got a stop sign up here, though. Oh, darn. I was going to go through the stop sign. I was trying to do a really smooth driving cutscene there, but then I realized I may have to turn to the stop sign. Anyway, I've been having a lot of fun, guys. This has been a fun delivery. Like, I've had a lot of fun doing this. I wasn't sure about making a video of a 1,600-mile delivery, you know, like I said earlier, but this has been really, really fun. Welcome to Galena. Never heard of it. I don't think it's even on the map. Cool little sleepy town. I don't think that gas station even has a truck, a pump that we could fuel at. Yeah, sleepy little town here. And we are 20 miles, just 20 some miles. Yeah, Joplin 15 miles, as the sign says. Very cool. This is beautiful country here. I mean, it just is. You know, we've been going the states we've been going through, and then we get here, and yeah, we're back in the Midwest here. Oh, now we're in Missouri. So we weren't in Missouri, we were just in eastern Kansas. Okay, fair enough. Well, now we're in Missouri. Yeah, I forgot. Joplin is like right on the southwestern border. Yeah, I think I kind of spaced that out. I think I've been saying that it was Missouri for like a while, but it's actually been Kansas. So our delivery's coming up real soon. You know, there's a cutscene thing up here. Did we stop for it? I'm really trying to make that 2-hour time. Oh, my guy's getting tired. I'm going to leave. There's a cutscene there. I'm actually going to skip that and try to remember to get that next time. I'm going to see if I can... I think we're good to change lanes. We'll get that when we start off. Or I'll get it on my own or something. Because we're like right here. We're like right here. I don't think we're going to make the 2-hour time. What the heck? My truck acted like it hit something. But I didn't. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't hit anything. But my truck acted like it. My steering wheel didn't jerk, though. I mean, this game's really good with the force feedback. Yeah, my steering wheel didn't jerk, but... truck acted like it hit something. But anyway, we didn't. Clearly, obviously, we didn't. It's been a really smooth trip that way. Nothing untoward. I mean, we had some really close calls then, though, right? Really close calls. That mirror, I like that mirror. It's in a. I like how it's right there. I feel like it's staring me right in the face to look back. You know, when I look over there. On the other hand, though, it's the hugest blind spot. It's a really. I feel like it's ergonomic because it's just like staring you right. Yeah, you look over here and it's like full on looking at you. I feel like I look at that mirror and not at the side of it. You know, like some mirrors. I don't know. It's hard to explain what I mean, but it blocks just about everything out that window. So yeah, my guy is getting tired, but we were like so right there. Is that guy sitting there with a selfie stick taking a picture of himself? Yeah, he is. There's some guy on the sidewalk with a selfie stick. We're in someone's TikTok video, I guess. Yeah, so there's that. Alright, so I just realized... Okay, so I've been talking some of these lights, and I'm trying to get this to... I thought it'd be cool if this video could be 2 hours or under, so I probably cut out some of the chatter at the stoplights, because it just occurred to me, if I'm trying to make this timed, I need to quit talking at the stoplights so I can cut that out. So I may have cut something out there. And it was just me realizing that we might be able to keep this under 2 hours. It depends, however. Not that it matters, because, like, I thought the video was going to be 3+ when I started recording. I had no idea we were going to make this good a time on the delivery. I mean, we made killer time. So, who knows? But let's see where they want this trailer. This could be tricky to back into or not. But we're going to find out here. Where do you guys want it? This has been a crazy fun delivery. That looks easy. Did they give us a pull-through spot? I mean, that's what it looks like, right? Nah, you've got to back into it, but it's still easy. I mean, it should be. Pretty straightforward here. What's up, guys? I'm here with your excavator buckets, all 5 of them. Alright, so we just need to, oh yeah, this is, I mean, pretty straightforward, right? Alright, okay, focus mode, we gotta back up, guys. But we can, if we position the truck right, we can make this really easy. Alright, easy does it. Yeah, I kind of... Yeah. Oh, well, it's okay. Not perfect. Yeah, that could have been a very easy one, but I had to make it harder. But it's okay. Whoops, I ran out of... Ah, darn it, you know? Yeah, I was poised to have a really, really easy one, and then I just had to make it harder. Can I possibly bring the... Yeah, well, we got it. I mean, whatever. Okay, so, usually I get these really good, right? Usually I one-shot these, like, super, super easy. And to be fair, it's good. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Click the subscribe button and follow along for more of this, mostly Farming Simulator. Also, we play Truck Simulator and other things, of course. If you're new to the channel, good to have you here. This has been really fun. Maybe we'll do more long deliveries like this. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And I'm going to keep driving. I will see you guys next time. Peace.